That's not good. Oh, the drone landed itself in the middle of the Delaware River. This is the great thing about these bikes. You get a chance to come out here and explore these things that you otherwise would not be able to. All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel. Fly and Ride here. So we've got a down drone. We've got a bike that doesn't start. It's freezing. I forgot a bunch of stuff. And this is a bunch of epic fails on this MOTO glamping experience. And I'm taking you with me. But before I do, I'm Fly and Ride, and on this channel I focus on motor vlogs, ride videos, ride reviews, on my 2022 BMW R1250 GS, and on my 2020 Street Glide CVO called Sandstorm. I feature cinematic drone footage, typically flying my DJI Mavic 2 drone, and we do product upgrades, product reviews, group rides, all things here on the FNR channel. So do me a favor, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and hit that bell notification so you can be reminded of future content. So that's right, I'm going to talk you through all of the epic fails that I've just experienced in this first ever MOTO glamping ride and adventure that I've just gone on. And you'll see why I call it MOTO glamping here in a minute, because obviously we've got a tent, we've got a fire, we've got stoves, we've got cars, we've got trailers. So it's not a true traditional MOTO camping experience. But let me tell you, I've learned a ton from this trip. And I'm going to share it with you. But before I do, we're going to do it a little bit different. I'm going to take you to last night when I first got in here so you can see the conditions. And then it's not going to be a lot of talking. It's just sort of enjoying the sounds of nature and setting up and looking at all the gear. So I'm going to switch to that. And then I'm going to come back and we're going to go for a ride. Beautiful back roads here. And we're going to talk about my learnings. And then we'll wrap up this video. So let me take you to last night. If you want to fast forward and go back to the ride, it'll probably be about 3 or 4 minutes or so. Feel free to jump in. But this is just going to be me setting up camp last night and showing you all the stuff right before we went to bed, before we got up this morning, including getting up this morning, breakfast. Again, the full experience of this MOTO glamping adventure here on the FNR channel. Let's go there now. That's not good. No bueno.
Go ahead.
All right, we're gonna take a quick ride and show you this amazing campground. This is our campsite that you see right here that I'm going around. What we like about this spot, see how it's right on top of the water here? So this goes right along got some nice campers there set up. Those are trucks that have roof tent on it, which is really, really nice. So this is Worthington State Forest. It's right on the border of New Jersey and Delaware. It's literally Delaware right on the other side. That's the Delaware River right there. My drone is somewhere in there right now. It's gonna be a little tight quarters here. Check this out down here. I mean, literally, the water is right there. We're gonna go up here. We're gonna take this road. It's called Old Mine Road. And we're gonna go and check out this place called Turtle Beach here on the left. This is a nice spot right here. If you go up through here, there's amazing trails. Actually, you can see the waterfalls. Let's see if I can go up there a little bit. Hopefully you can see the waterfalls up there. It's absolutely, absolutely beautiful. You got a bunch of Boy Scouts. Beautiful dog. So I've never taken this road this way. So let's see where it takes us. And I do want to talk about, as my thumbnail suggested, all of the epic failures or learnings that I have learned from this first moto glamping trip. And obviously it's moto glamping because I use my truck, I trailer the bike. We had no shortage of amenities, as you saw from that video if you had a chance to look at the beginning of the video, the way that I set it up is I set the stage there in the front. I showed you kind of all of the stuff, the process getting here. No talking, and then now of course is the talking part. So I can just share all the learnings with you. Hopefully, if you're considering doing this, you know, my my demise is to your benefit. Demise is probably a very strong word. So the first learning that I'll sort of start to talk about is oh, look at that. That's beautiful. We should go back to that in a minute. We will come back to that. I'm going to show you that. That's a nice waterfall. So the first learning I'll talk about is extreme cold temperatures and the drone batteries. Now look, I've been flying drones a long time. I should know better. But even experienced drone operators mess up from time to time, and that's exactly what happened. The reason why you're not seeing anything in this video of drone footage is because my drone is somewhere in there in the Delaware, and I was attempting to fly it early in the morning to give you a sunrise, and you know, the battery when I first took off was around 60%. And I took off. I was flying close to the water. I was doing an elevation shot so that it reveals the sunset, the sunrise. And literally, the drone just started getting, you know, battery warnings, landing. Oh, we should definitely go explore this up here. Let's do that. A little off-road. Alright, that was not fun. The bike just started slipping everywhere. Yeah, this is very wet leaves here. Let's see if I can let me put the kickstand down here real quick and that's not gonna work. Tighten this thing here. This thing just moved on me. So it's probably very difficult to see how steep this thing really is, but these leaves are very wet and it's very slippery. So I was going to go all the way to the top here, but I'm not going to risk it. It gets steeper up there, and again, it's snowed last night a little bit here, so we're just gonna turn it back around here and go right back down and see if we find another spot that'll be better for us. All right. My camera just hit the bottom. Hopefully it didn't mess up the lens. Let's see. That might be another camera ruined. Goodness gracious. Nope. saved it. Let's put it in the back. So, very, very slippery there. As you can tell, I barely made it up there. And I was able to turn it around and bring it back down without dropping it, which was good. Almost ruined another camera. It didn't. So let's keep going that way. Replug my heat here. All right. So like I was talking about, the epic fail really had to do with the fact that it was so cold. It was 20 degrees this morning. And these batteries just drain, or these batteries are dramatically impacted by cold temperatures. I know this, and I should have gone with a battery that was filled up to the max. And I should have kept it relatively close by, and of course I didn't. So the drone landed itself in the middle of the Delaware River. Not what you want happening in the beginning of your trip. So that, I would say, is sort of lesson number one. Lesson number two is this bike did not start this morning, as you saw from the video there at the beginning. And the bike stayed out overnight. I got here last night. Again, temperatures overnight were about 20 degrees, maybe less than that. And the bike wouldn't start in the morning. And it seemed that the battery got drained to the point where it would, you would hear the starter, you would hear the fuel pump, but the bike wouldn't start, so it didn't have enough juice in the battery. And I reached out to the crew via, gotta be careful with ice here, as you can tell. Turtle Beach. Okay, was that Turtle Beach? All right, let's go back around there. What's this fuss about Turtle Beach? And the bike wouldn't start, so the battery was dead. And of course this too was impacted by cold temperatures, obviously. And I always have a battery charger with me. Of course I left it on my other bike, and I didn't have one in the car. You know, my brother-in-law had car cables, but it's not suggested that you jump start this battery with the car. I mean, you could if you keep the car off, but I didn't want to risk it. So I ended up driving to a local, so this is Turtle Beach. I ended up driving to a local Walmart and got a charger. You know, I had bought a small generator, which you saw there earlier, and was able to plug it in, and literally within minutes the bike started up, which was pretty awesome. Hence why I'm here on the bike talking to you about all of my learnings. Let's go down there and see what we find. So the second part is, hey, just make sure you always have this sort of battery tender and battery charger with you, the one that holds the charge, so you don't have to depend on a generator. Luckily I was prepared, but if I was by myself or really moto camping, it would have been a pretty significant challenge. So the beach is that way. We'll go take a walk there in a minute. Actually, we're going to keep riding, and then we'll come back. On the way back, we'll stop by this beach here. Let's keep going and see what's that way. So that was lesson number 2. and probably a pretty significant one, all things considered. Lesson number 3. And probably tied to really number 1. Oh, we got a deer up there. Just saw it crossing over. See if we can get close to it. No, it's spooked. It went down there already. It was right there. So lesson number 3 is always have good insurance on anything you have. I had insurance on the drone. Of course, the insurance had lapsed. I didn't pay attention. So now, you know, it's a pretty significant loss. You know, there's worse things. Obviously, I take things lightly. They're objects. It can be replaced. But still, you know, highly recommend that, especially if you're going to be flying it under extreme conditions, that you've got every precaution, so that way it minimizes the impact that it will have on you financially, you know, if in fact what happened to me can happen to you. So Copper Mine. Oh, cool. Another little nice spot here. So that was really the third, really the third, and I would say, you know, final significant learning from my my motor camping experience as it relates to, you know, probably the biggest challenges I've had so far in this trip. I'll shift and talk about really the learnings. Another Proximo boat launch. You could launch your boat from here. Oh, we might have to get down there. Oh yeah, let's do that. Very cool. Check this out. So if you haven't seen Sandy's or John's video, make sure you go check them out. They actually filmed one of these boats passing by here. I'm going to park right here so you can see this with the 360. That's pretty cool. So you could launch the boats and then just get on the Delaware and start going up and down in the boat. So in terms of like camping and gear and stuff like that, again, this is really the first time that I've camped in these extreme temperatures. It was forecasted 20 degrees, as you saw there from the beginning. It was snowing when I got here. That was not in the forecast, by the way. Otherwise, I likely wouldn't have brought the bike. And one, I just think it's really important that you have a very, very good sleeping bag. You know, once I got in there and sort of wrapped myself up in that sleeping bag, it was extremely comfortable. The other thing that I learned, and it was a really neat trick that one of my buddies that's here with me showed me, is the hand warmers. So you know, they sell these package hand warmers. You sort of take them out of the package and you shake them a bit, then they last for about 6 to 8 hours. So what you do is you take 2 of those and you throw them inside your sleeping bag by your feet, and then you take another 2 and put them like sort of midway in the sleeping bag. And then, you know, obviously you're wearing clothing. You're not going in there without clothing because it's freezing. And what that does is that heat coming out of those packages, including your body heat, once you close that sleeping bag, it just gets incredibly warm and toasty inside that sleeping bag. And I tell you, I slept all night and it was awesome. Now granted, one of the other things that I would suggest is, you saw one of these indoor heaters in the video there earlier. You know, they sell those at any sort of Walmart or Lowe's or Home Depot, relatively inexpensive. You know, they come with, you know, safety precautions, so if anything happens, it shuts off. And they're made for indoor, basically. So I had that on for most of the night, because each one of those small propane tanks lasts about 4 to 6 hours, depending on the setting that you had it. And it just maintained, you know, my tent. And it's a good sized tent. It's actually a 6-person tent, but frankly, I don't know how 6 people can fit in there. made by Browning, which I really love the tent. And I didn't even show you the setup because you've seen hundreds of setup, so I just sort of skipped that part, but it's relatively easy. It took us maybe 20 minutes to set it up. So the you know, that heater is a great idea. I wouldn't say it's required. I think based on how well based on how good that sleeping bag was, and the you know, the heat package that was in there, how enclosed I was, I think I would have been fine all night even without that heater inside the tent. But it certainly made it very, very comfortable. So that's well, we got some hunters here. Oh, we got, I guess, dog hunting, pheasant hunting maybe. Oh, that's pretty cool. I didn't even know we had that here. So that's probably the other thing that I would sort of you know, give you some recommendations around that I thought was good. I think outside of that, you've got to make sure you've got plenty of firewood for the fire outside. This campsite has the ability for you to well, I want to get down there in a second and you'll see what that is. Has the ability for you to purchase packs of wood for $7, which is certainly cheaper than what it was back home, because that, you know, keeps it nice and warm. And then of course, you know, make sure you always so that's the other sort of recommendation, that if you want to camp out at these cold temperatures, again, tent camping, and you know, you can call it MOTO glamping or whatever you want to call it, because obviously I didn't just come in the bike, I came in the truck. But you know, I was out there. It was cold. Roads are nice. So I think in terms of the biggest learnings are those that I just covered with you. I mean, I think the rest of it is pretty standard for any sort of tent camping experience. So look, hopefully you enjoyed this kind of content. I didn't bring the Harley. Obviously it was too cold. There were going to be pretty extreme conditions, as you saw as we were coming in there. You know, this bike is made for, you know, obviously, you know, some off-road, and some folks take it, you know, significantly off-road. And I just wasn't going to take any chances, and I'm glad I didn't, because first of all, I don't even know if it would have started, let alone you know, if it was the right conditions to ride it, because the road is really icy in some spots, and you know, this bike just is incredibly nimble and much lighter. So but do me a favor, if you're liking this kind of content, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and hit that bell notification so you can be reminded of content like this in the future. On the road. What do we got here? Nice cool little town. That looks pretty closed. Do not enter. Closed. Alright. Duly noted. Millbrook Village. This is really cool. Kind of looks like an abandoned area back here. Got the river right there. A little bumpy here. Wow, look at that. That's pretty cool. This is the great thing about these bikes. You get a chance to come out here and explore these things that you otherwise would not be able to. Certainly not on a Harley. Look how beautiful that is. I think this trail just sort of keeps on going. Got a little snow there on the ground. I'm going to turn us around here. Head on back. A little slippery down there. Alright, let's turn it around here. Beautiful with that river just down there. This grass could be pretty slippery when it's wet. Got rocks everywhere. Beautiful, beautiful area here. Very bumpy here. These rocks. Very, very cool. Alright, let's head on back that way. Walk in the middle of the road, no problem. So once we head back to camp, I'm gonna kind of take you around the whole campsite there, so you can see the full area. And in case you're interested, it's a great spot. It's one of my favorite spots to camp around, relatively close to home in Jersey, or PA for that matter. There's the spot. Let me turn around here. how cool this is. Very, very cool. That front wheel got up there a little bit. Alright, so this is the campsite here. We're going to take you around this side. So these are all different spots here along the edge of the road. You got public restrooms and showers there, although when it's freezing they close those down, so there's only another one on the other side that you can use. It's our spot over there, see, right on top of the hill. We just like it there. Got some other folks here. There's a spot in there. These are all spots here, and I'm going to take you to the entrance now and then take you to the other side so you can see that too. See, this is another campsite in here, right by the water. I mean, smaller, but if you want to be literally right by the water, you got two spots right here. Nice 4Runner. So this road is the main entrance to this side of the camp. There's another side on the other side with different spots. I think the spots on the other side are smaller. Spots right up here. So this is like one spot right here. I mean, you can see it. It's kind of nice on the hill here overlooking the water. You kind of come up here. Nice spots up here. Cool, right? So I'm giving you the grand tour. Again, hopefully you're enjoying this kind of content. Water's literally right there. Got a bunch of Boy Scout troops here. Pretty cool. So this is the main entrance right there. So when you come in from that road and you come in through there, you check in here. And then this is another side over here. This is another boat ramp. I mean, literally, look at that right there. How cool is that? Beautiful. So this is another spot here, but they have it closed. Beautiful dog. Dogs, I should say. So this is the campsite. All right, I'm gonna head on back, and we're gonna throw some ribeyes on that grill. Get a nice early afternoon dinner, late lunch, depending on which way you think about it or look at it. If you're liking this kind of content, hit that subscribe, hit that like, hit that bell notification. Videos updated weekly, 4:30 Eastern. Video library's got over 175 videos uploaded for your viewing pleasure, all for free, no cost to you. Only helps us as we continue to try and grow the channel. So please consider hitting that subscribe if you're watching. Very much appreciated. All right, so there you have it. We're back at camp. We're gonna throw some steaks on the grill. It's absolutely beautiful here. Still pretty cold, about 30 degrees. It's gonna go down to about 20 tonight. No better way to end this moto glamping epic fail experience than with this amazing sunset to wrap this video up. So awesome experience nonetheless. Definitely lots of learnings on this one. You know, we can certainly expect that in the future I will be doing some moto camping videos, both with the Harley as well as with Airwolf. But this was my first experience being out camping in a tent with essentially 20 degrees Fahrenheit temperatures, which was very cold. So we wanted to make sure that we were prepared, hence why it was a moto glamping experience as opposed to a moto camping experience. But nonetheless, I had an awesome time just enjoying all that nature has to offer and just being grateful for the family and friends that I have in my life. So do me a favor, if you like this kind of content, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and hit that bell notification so you can be reminded of future content like this one. Thanks for watching.